Ready?
Yeah.
Three, two, one. All right. Gabe, welcome. Welcome to the Eagles Nest podcast. Let's go ahead and start off with a little introduction.
My name is Gabriel Sermonera. I'm a civil engineering student here at FGCU.
Nice.
I was in the Navy from 2015 to 2019.
Okay.
That's 4 years. Yeah. What did I do? I was a mechanic, so I worked on AC. I was at the M&Ms or the A gangers. That's what they call them in the Navy.
Okay.
So I worked on. What did I really work on? I worked on hydraulic systems.
Gotcha.
So I just know hydraulics and engines a little bit as well.
Very cool.
And kind of okay with AC. But
Nice.
if your car needs an AC change, come to me. I'll fix your car. It's not that hard. All I ask is for pizza or some beer. So it's not that expensive.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, how'd you get into the military to begin with?
Oh, so I was an idiot.
Yeah.
A complete idiot in high school.
I feel like that's been the common theme that I've been hearing with most of these
okay,
veterans.
so what happened was I was a smart kid. I was in wrestling and then all that jazz. But my mom and dad got divorced my freshman summer, the summer right before freshman school year started. And so it was a little chaotic. And then at the end of freshman year, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna smoke weed and do drugs with my friends and so started doing that. I know. Okay. And I just went downhill from there. I would get high all the time in the morning.
Yeah.
Failed my biology class, math class, didn't know nothing. And then 11th grade, I was in algebra 2. Failed it. Failed it completely. Failed my English class completely.
Yeah.
I had 2.4 GPA my junior year.
Eesh.
I was a horrible student. I just didn't give a damn anymore.
Yeah.
And so so then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go in the military, get my college paid for, and I don't have to care because my parents were fighting, paying for my sister's college.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to do the same thing with them. So I'm just gonna do what's it called? I'm just gonna join the military, free college, and just call it a day.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you had a hard time in high school, so you thought it'd be good to just get into the military. Why'd you choose the Navy?
Oh, I don't want to get shot at, so I was like, I'd rather just do mechanic work.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to go in for the nukes.
Okay.
Cause I got really good score in the ASVAB, but I got a 73. But how I'm gonna explain it to you, it sounds terrible because it's 73.
Yeah.
But how I'm gonna explain it to you, it's really good. All the mechanics, the science, and all the applied stuff that I did great in. Social studies, English, other stuff that deals with words.
Yeah.
Horrible. So if I did decent, I would get I think one of the highest scores. Apparently, that's what my recruiter told me. But they lie. So
they just wanted you to get in. They're like, oh yeah, you did really good. Come on.
Yeah.
So
I got accepted into the nuke program.
Wow.
But my ASVAB score, so I was gonna go test.
Yeah.
I went to test for it, but they looked at my English scores and all that jazz, and they said you can't be a nuke. And I was like, oh, let me come back home. Let me look at the other routes I could go and everything. And then it was machinist mates nuclear.
Right.
That's what I initially tried to go for. And I said, screw it. I don't want to do all this work. Let me just do machinist mate.
Okay.
And that's how I just became an MM.
Okay.
And everything.
So for those who are listening, can you explain the ASVAB test and explain how even though you got a 783, even though that could be seen as a bad score, it could also be seen as a good score.
Let me see if I could think about it. Because the ASVAB is broke. I don't remember how many sections. I know it's broken down some math, science, common knowledge. I think not social studies, but there's 5 sections to it.
Yeah, different skill traits and stuff like that.
And I'm horrible in English.
Yeah.
That's why I don't learn Spanish because I suck at one language. Don't go for another.
Yeah.
So I'm horrible in English. Horrible at the social science or history stuff.
Right.
Don't care for it.
Mm-hmm.
But math and science and mechanical work and how things work. Oh, I'm a nerd for it. I love that jazz.
Yeah. So you scored really high on that.
Yeah,
section.
I got scored really high in that section, but everything else I tanked. I got 10s in them. It was horrible. It was really bad. I just said, I don't know, B. I don't know. Like B's my lucky letter.
Christmas tree.
No, it's just B. I just did B for anything I don't know. It's always B. It's my lucky letter, I call it.
Jesus.
So yeah, I just did horrible in that, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay MM. I was supposed to go MMN. Not doing that. Let me just go MM, and then, yeah, it's history from there. I graduated May 29th, 2015. I think so.
Yeah. And where'd you go from there?
Within 3 months, I was in the Navy.
Okay.
Yeah, I did like.
And where did they send you from there?
I went to Great Lakes, Illinois.
Okay.
So it's the whole. That's like, you know how like Army has like North Carolina, California.
Oh,
Have,
like their home.
They have basic trainings everywhere.
Yeah.
The Navy has just one place.
Really?
Yeah, it's Great Lakes, Illinois. It's a fun joint. It's pretty fun. You go like, I think it's like not Waukegan or like something, but like you go to this little mall. It's all the little like the barracks bunnies and everything go. The little thing, have some fun there. You go to another mall. That's where all the little couples at. Like you meet in barracks. You know that saying, 1 month of dating is literally like 3 years in the Navy or in the military. I did not know that saying. Oh, 1 month of dating in the military is like 1 year outside.
Really?
Dude, I saw like 4 proposals happen in my basic in my 8 school, or like some people call it MOS.
Okay.
In the Navy they call it trades.
Okay,
like, or rate.
So you go to basic first and then MOS?
Yeah, we call it A school.
A school.
Your job.
Gotcha.
So like at A school, I saw 4 proposals happen. Yikes. Only one of them carried through, and they got divorced 2 months later.
Oh my god!
Bro, like it was great. Like,
that is crazy. So, so how was the time going through basic training? What was that like?
Basic was fun.
Yeah. Any good stories from there?
Yes, I'm trying to think of something. Like, I'm trying to think. We used to do a horrible thing. Like, not a horrible thing. It was pretty all right, but like. At night, you're supposed to be in your rack. You're supposed to be sleeping, all that jazz.
Yeah.
But we're just a bunch of idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were idiots in our little division, our little boot camp division.
Yeah.
That the rover, we called it the rover. The guy who walked around the perimeter and everything, make sure everything's at. The rover will come wake you and your rack mate up. And then, because you sleep in your sweats, you have to take off your sweats, put it inside out. Okay? And then he taps the rack across from you. And then you have to play tag. And then in the middle of the night, and like you're right on top of another division. They're trying to sleep, and you just hear and then slide. Like you'll try to slide so you get the furthest.
Yeah.
And then like we came up with dumb games.
Yeah.
We got caught
playing tag
at 2 a.m. in the night.
Oh my god! What happened?
There's something called Chief Selects.
Okay.
Or like people who like were about to become E7.
Yeah.
And the Navy they're called Chief Selects. She was the division's primary petty officer.
Ooh.
And she heard running, and she's like, "What the hell is that?" And then she comes running upstairs and just yells at us. She's like, "I heard you boys. I know what you're doing. You're playing some push," like just yelling at us, and we're like, "Damn!" And then we got in trouble. We got a black card. It's like extreme workouts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like we made the room all steamy.
Dang.
Yeah, it was just like 45 minutes of hell. You're just push-ups, sit-ups, presses, all that jazz. And
so
like,
excessive workouts are still a thing now in like the military?
I don't know. This is in 2015.
Oh, okay.
So it could.
I remember I was talking with another veteran, and I heard like they like, you know, the military has changed so much now where like it's not like, you know, 20, 30 years ago where they just force you to just do like 1,000 sit-ups in one sitting or whatever.
I think they got rid of that because like it's kind of ridiculous doing 1,000 sit-ups, but like you'll get a card.
Okay.
And it's like, well, first of all, they'll make you do. I think they didn't make us do more than 100 push-ups at once.
Okay.
So I think after 100 push-ups, you get a card or 100 sit-ups because like I remember I got in trouble. Because me and a friend were messing around and we made us do 100 push-ups. And so we're like, ugh, I can't do this anymore. And then like, but they got rid of that, and then they just gave us, after that, it was like all cards. Like, and it goes like, oh, you do dead man or dead roach. You know what dead roach is?
Yeah. Yeah,
you have to do a dead roach, then you have to do high push-ups, then you have to do low push-ups, then you have to do planks for 30 seconds on each side, and then you have to do this, and you do that. It's like 45 minutes of just all these workouts front and back.
Dang.
The orange card was okay.
Really? So there's different levels of the cards?
The black card, that's death.
Yeah.
That is complete death. That's when everybody's steaming. Like I was steaming, my friend was steaming, my rack mate was steaming, and it's just, I don't know, sweat humidity, like but just on the walls, on your rack, and like everywhere, and
like a sauna in the room.
Oh my god, it was disgusting. And then we have something called the fishbowl. Okay. That's where like all the petty officers or drill instructors hung out at.
Yeah.
Those walls were just fogged up. Those windows were just fogged up and everything, and it was just disgusting.
I bet.
I remember that. So like we got punished at boot camp, and then but because we got punished so much, and we're just complete morons.
Yeah.
So we're just, the saying, all brains, all bronze, no brain.
Yeah.
That's all we were.
Yeah.
We're just brawn.
Yeah.
So we had to do something called like the boot camp Olympics. It's like all the divisions that graduate at the same time.
Okay.
You go do like compete and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we killed it.
Really?
We killed it. Track, we won. Volleyball, we won. Fireman's carry, we won. Like we won all the physical fitness stuff.
What was the prize for the Olympics?
Nothing. Just say your division's the best.
Rights. Yeah.
But because we won the track volleyball, and that's what our two head petty officers loved, they let us play for another 3 hours.
Really?
For fun.
Oh.
We just ran around.
Nice.
Dude, it was so nice. Just ran around. We joked with them, and
yeah.
like we just messed around, and I really loved it. Like it was actually kind of like at the end, so it was like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So like they kind of like, oh, we're not gonna be dicks to you anymore. We're just gonna be nice.
Yeah.
For this day, because you guys won the volleyball. You guys won the track.
Yeah.
And then the day before graduation, all of them came in, and he goes, "We have to tell you something, guys. All of y'all were the dumbest." He goes, "You scored the lowest of all the divisions that came in through boot camp. You scored the lowest." Like that Jesus. Barely possible. Like we've never had this. We had just 80, but like everybody else was like getting high grades and everything. But when it came to some physical fitness, like you had to do the rope climb, the firefighting, you guys did great.
Oh yeah.
And that's when we got they nicknamed us all brains, no brawn. I mean all bronze, no brain. Because damn, we were just dumb.
All right, so got out of basic training, and you go to A school. A school.
Yeah.
So how was that?
A school's fun. What was A school? A school was like right across the base.
Okay.
So it's like, or not base, right across Great Lakes Basic Training.
Oh, okay. So it's like right there.
For my schooling, because my machinist mates was right there.
Okay.
Because I don't know why, to be honest. I really don't know why. Like, because I know HMs or corpsmen.
Okay.
They go to Texas, San Antonio, and all that jazz. Like people go like scatter around, but like
right.
I just know like there was a lot in what's it called, in Great Lakes.
Yeah.
And that was fun. I went to Chicago a lot. I went to Wrigley Field.
Oh, how was that?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It was horrible. I don't remember the game, but like I went to Wrigley Field. I'm good. I've been to Yankees, Wrigley, and that's pretty much all that matters to me. Like the two most historic kind of things. I think that the Cubs. Yeah.
Have you seen the Red Sox yet?
The Red Sox? Nah. I'm a hater on the Red Sox.
Why?
I'm a New York boy, you know.
I guess, but
like, I'm from New York. I have to hate them. But like my cousin, I'm gonna kill him. He went to Boston University, and he went the years they went to the 2013 when they won the World Series.
Yeah.
His dorm, he's literally sending me photos of him like recording his binoculars, watching them win the World Series.
He's like, yo, this is crazy.
And he loves Boston. And I was like, you know what? Good on you, boy. You're a Boston fan. That's good for you.
Yeah.
And then I realized I'm not a New York fan anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a Seattle fan.
Yeah.
So like
I don't really care for like baseball like that, but I mean like honestly like since I've been involved with like the veterans and stuff, and you know home base is connected with like the Red Sox Foundation or whatever, I'm like, okay, Red Sox is like kind of cool, you know what I mean?
Red Sox are good. Like they're good. They get the money. They're always gonna win.
Yeah.
But like I hate the Red Sox because they're from Boston.
Fair enough.
Like baseball is a great sport. You don't have to get drunk anymore because like they changed the rules. So it's like what 2.5 hours a game.
Oh wow.
It's quick. It goes quick now.
Huh.
So like I recommend go to a baseball game, the new ones, and then there's like Miami and like that, but none. I think Tampa is in the playoffs. I have to double check, but
okay.
I think
I want to go to the Banana Ball or like
the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
They're an interesting group.
Yeah.
Because they're their own league.
Yeah.
And they're just purely entertainment. It seems fun.
Yeah.
I would go to a game just for fun.
For sure.
But like they kind of force MLB to change a bit.
Yeah.
Because they're having that, like, they weren't doing pitch clock, though.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing the rule where the second the batter looks at the pitcher, it's game on.
Oh, really?
And that's kind of what MLB saw, and they started. I think that's what MLB
I feel like
saw.
it's good though, because like it makes it more entertaining, makes it quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't like it's better for the audience to see it more directly.
If my sister, a girl who doesn't know nothing about sports, enjoyed going to a Yankees game.
Really?
Yeah, she loved going to the game and watching it. I was like, if she can enjoy this, I'm like, MLB, you did a great job.
Yeah,
like,
right.
And then it's fun. So I want to go to MLB games more. I'm a Mariners fan.
Mm-hmm.
Disappointed we failed at the end. We were this close to a wild card spot. But now we got my third favorite team in.
Hey,
the Phillies. Let's go Phillies.
Next year the Mariners are up.
Hopefully.
So you were in A school, and then you just went straight into working on machines and stuff?
I got sent to the Nimitz, the USS Nimitz. It's an aircraft carrier.
Oh, wow.
The oldest. Everybody's going to say the Constitution's the oldest ship. It's not. It's the Nimitz. The Constitution doesn't do deployments. Oh, it's USS Constitution, blah, blah, blah. It's in Boston. Screw the Constitution. It's the Nimitz because it's literally the oldest ship we have out there now.
Yeah.
Because it's, I think, CVN 68.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first class, the Nimitz class. Now we have the General Ford class for aircraft carriers.
Gotcha.
But I was in that little girl.
What was the coolest thing you worked on there?
That's actually a decent question. I like the aircraft carriers because aircraft elevators.
Okay.
So you know how you watch have you watched Top Gun Maverick?
Yeah.
You know when he's on the platform and that platform's going up? Not allowed.
Really?
It's not allowed. You can't be on there when there's planes on there. It has to be empty, and you have to have a harness on. So I was like, they didn't do this. They didn't do this properly.
So being someone who's had experience on like a carrier like that, was there like just in the example of Top Gun, other than that elevator scene, was there any other like big things that you noticed were like, that ain't right?
Yeah, Battleship. that horrible movie.
Oh yeah. But like for Top Gun itself, like other than that elevator scene, was there anything else that you noticed?
They wouldn't have a top secret meeting.
Yeah.
In the hangar bay.
Mm-hmm.
You would normally, if you I think we had a SEAL team. I forget what SEAL team we had, but like they needed to do a training operation in it. They closed down the hangar base.
Oh,
so I was in charge of hangar bay as well. The hangar bay doors.
Gotcha.
So they'll close the hangar bay doors. And they would lock it out and have people step by, so you wouldn't have anybody in. You wouldn't have them just all be chilling we're gonna go blow up this place in Russia somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what happened.
I gotcha.
What's the one? What's the? I think the fourth. No, there's a Transformers movie.
Oh, okay.
Where they have HBHs. They suck. I hate them. I think they're HBHs or they're hangar bay bosunmen.
Okay.
I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
And they're on the deck telling them to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And they're on the elevator going down. That's not allowed. You're the safety. You have to be on top and you have to have another safety on the bottom. You don't have a guy on the platform going up and down. It's locked down. No one goes in, no one goes out.
That makes sense.
Planes go up, and then after planes go up, it's locked in, and then planes come off. No one goes on that platform without the locks.
Yeah.
Well, I did. I was doing maintenance.
Yeah.
I was the maintenance boy on that baby.
Right. Okay, so coolest thing you worked on.
I gotta say the aircraft elevators.
Really?
Yeah, because they're fun. Because I think I have a photo, but I'll show you later.
What was cool about the elevators themselves?
So one elevator, we had 4 on the aircraft elevator. Okay, on the aircraft carrier, the Nimitz.
Yeah.
And it's I think the same except for the Ford, this new class.
Okay.
One aircraft elevator is 250,000 pounds. We have 4 of them.
Jesus Christ.
We have 1 million pounds of just steel lifting up planes.
Just elevators.
Yeah, just elevators. Doesn't account for the steels.
Wild.
Doesn't account for those steel wires. Doesn't account for the lifting rods, the 3 lifting rods in the bay. Doesn't count for any of that jazz or the pumps or the hydraulic fluid. None of that jazz. So just think about how do boats
literally
float?
how heavy do you think a single battleship is?
I don't know a battleship, but I think the Nimitz was displaced. I think. Oh, they're gonna take my. Oh, I'm out of the Navy. I had to know this, but I think it displaced 6.4 billion tons of water.
Holy crap!
And I don't know what displaced means.
Yeah, I mean.
So it doesn't like that mean like that's
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah, I just know it's a lot. So like yeah,
that's wild.
It displaces
billions of tons of water.
No, billion pounds of water, not
pounds.
Tons. Sorry,
okay,
pounds.
Billions of pounds of water. That's wild.
It's a lot.
Jesus.
An anchor, you know the anchor?
Yeah.
60,000 pounds.
Jeez.
One anchor is 60,000 pounds. There's two of them. And then there's 15 fathoms?
Yeah.
Fathoms, no. Who cares? There's 15 fathoms of anchor chain.
Okay.
Each fathom has a 350-pound link that's attachable.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a regular link that's 320.
Okay.
And there are a lot. There's a lot. So I'm like, how does this ship float?
Yeah.
I used to think about that all the time. Like I'm like walking in the front, like, how is this ship floating?
No
and then I walk to the back, how is this ship floating?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. Aircraft carriers, I say the elevators were the best because one, we knew the XO a bit, pretty decently. The Chang, the chief engineer on the ship, he was pretty good friends with us because literally the whole mission of an aircraft carrier is blow up, plane go up, take off, blow up something, come back, go back to hangar bay.
Yeah.
So like we're kind of important for the engineers.
Oh, for sure.
The reactor is the main baby of aircraft carrier. It's the main baby, and then it goes the flight deck, and then engineer.
What was one valuable thing that you were able to get from the military, like from your service?
Ooh, okay. Want to do degenerate stuff or like non-degenerate stuff?
I mean, I would say something like positive. Okay, maybe I would say non-degenerate, but
positive is fake morale is better than no morale. I know how to just have a happy mindset no matter what now, cause like our ship had like the worst morale.
Yeah.
But like we'd fake it so much that we actually had morale. Like
it's like
I hate the Nimitz. But I'm proud of that little girl.
Yeah.
That little girl, she floating out, blowing up stuff in the Middle East.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of that ship.
Yeah.
But like, I had friends on the Stennis. That's another aircraft carrier that's stationed right. Like literally, Nimitz is here, Stennis is here. Like we were stationed together, and I would go over to the Stennis, and it's just a depressing wave.
Really?
For some reason.
Huh.
Like, why are you guys depressed? And that's when I went back to the Nimitz. Like, well, me and my friend were talking, and we got a new guy that came in from the Stennis.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, because you guys have fake morale. I was like, what? He's like, fake morale.
It's a placebo effect.
Yeah, it's great. So that's
crazy.
I think just just don't care and have a great attitude no matter what. Doesn't matter. Like
there you go, kids.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
That's crazy.
Then
so why do you think, the Stimets was in like such a, bad state and like their morale? I mean, I would think like I feel like that's kind of like a common thing, being out like on the ocean, just on like a hunk of metal for however long.
No, when you're on deployment, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna get a little dark real quick. There was like 50 suicides attempts
on your ship.
On deployment, yeah. We had a black book. My friend was in charge of it because she was an assistant for the chaplain.
Wow.
And she said there was like a black book for like 50 every time suicide attempts was. I witnessed 2 of them. I didn't witness them, but like I was like there.
Would you like be comfortable talking about it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So like one time me and my friend were in the bathroom. We're in the what was it? The Nuke's not birthing. The restroom.
Yeah,
the Nuke's head. That's what it's called, head. We're in the Nuke's head. We're taking a poop and everything. I'm right here. He's over there, and there's someone in between us. And then he goes, "Sir Monera." I go, "What, Lowry?" He was like, "Is that your blood?" And I go, "No." I look down, there's a little pool of blood. I'm like, I'm out. Just like swipe, leave. I'm like, medical emergency in the Nuke's head. So like some kid attempted suicide there.
Just in the stall, like right
in the
next
stall,
to you?
Yeah, right next to us. Didn't know. It was like 6 a.m. And then
what do you think he tried to do? Just like
he tried to kill himself.
Whew.
It's you understand like Navy guys have the most messed up thing with suicides.
Yeah.
So like, cause it's just most common
thing
there. Like the Navy has the most suicides out of all of them, and the aircraft carriers has the most of them all.
Wow.
Because it's for some reason I don't know why.
I mean, I would chalk it up to, just being, on just like a hunk, especially when you're out on deployment, just being out in like a same place, like being surrounded by the same people. I don't know. It's just like, I mean, same thing on cruises. Like on cruise ships, there's at least one suicide per like cruise ship that goes around.
What?
Yeah.
On a cruise? You're just getting drunk all day. Or is the people working?
Well, it depends on the people working, but also like, I went on a cruise like 2 or 3 years ago, and there was a guy who had a heart attack, and then there was a guy who committed suicide.
Oh damn!
And I'm not sure if it might have been like a teenager or some shit. But apparently, what I heard from people is like, yeah, I mean, people would commit suicide on the ship as like, you know, this is like the best kind of moment. Like,
I could believe it.
And there's like just end it on a good moment. You know what I mean?
I could kind of believe it because
like,
when you're in the middle of the ocean, it's gorgeous. Like it doesn't sound like it's gorgeous, but like not during the day. During the day is boring. Yeah. You see nothing. You see no birds. You see no fishes. You barely see anything. Yeah. You see just a little. You like look into the distance and you see just like, you know, the Monopoly car, the little Monopoly battleship. That's what you see, and it's our battleship, and it's like that. And like think about like put like on my shoulder from your distance. Yeah. That's what you see, and it's like 13 miles away a battleship. You're like, hi, friend, and they never say hi to us. so you see nothing, but at night. It's the most gorgeous skies. Right. You see. Oh yeah, no light pollution at all. Oh my god, it was so beautiful. I was like, I can see why people believe in God, like, or like why there's people just see craziness in the sky because like we counted 75 shooting stars in one night.
That is crazy.
In like 2 hours. Me and my friend were just in the aft deck chilling. We got permission because we were friends with the bosun mates there. Yeah. See, knowing the bosun mates, you can do whatever you want.
I guess so.
So you just chill. We chilled with the bosun mates, just stay out there, look, and we just like on the back of the ship, just watching, just relaxing, and then you just see star. You're like, damn.
That's so sick.
It was beautiful. And then, sick. Yeah, but I can see why people believe in aliens and stuff. If you see that, oh, it's gorgeous. Sunrises, gorgeous. Yeah. And then, especially if you could get like the good angle when they're heading right towards it. It's like that movie scene, like, oh, just
the Titanic or whatever, just like.
Oh yeah, I'll do that 100%.
I'm the king of the world,
dude. 100% do that. But yeah, it's fun. Like it's the most gorgeous thing. Being in the middle of the ocean or just seeing the stars. Mm-hmm. So I see why people would off themselves on a cruise. Like. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. What was the second instance of a suicide that you witnessed?
Second one was, I don't like consider I witnessed some. I was just
there. You were there.
I was just there.
I mean, like, I don't know, seeing the pool of blood. Like, I mean, you didn't see the dude.
I might be like exaggerating a little bit. It was just like blood. Like,
still.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's not a normal thing to see. You know what I mean?
True. That is true. It was kind of weird. Yeah. But like the other one was a guy went into our head, and he just sliced like this, and then he came out, and like we're like, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, I was a little annoyed because I was working nights and I was trying to go to sleep. And like, there's some like messed up thing in my head. Like, I was just annoyed at him, but I like, fine, walked out. Some guy's trying to commit suicide in our head, and it's like,
see, it's so fascinating, like hearing like military service members like talk about like their experiences like with death and stuff like that, because you guys just have like a completely different mindset.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, like you, like in that case, like for me, if I like saw somebody walk out with like slits on their wrist, I'd be like,
oh, I freaked out. No, I freaked out. Yeah, but I was just annoyed at him. Yeah, because I just wanted to go to sleep. Yeah, but like, I get that. Yeah, you freak out a bit like when it's your own. Yeah, because like I had 3 suicides in 3 months of people I knew. Like, it was October, November, December. And I have a tattoo for them. But, like, it was a guy who, I call him, like he wasn't our father. Yeah. Like, he raised us. Yeah. Kind of, like.
He was, like, the father figure of the group.
He wasn't a part of our shop. Like, we were hydraulics, EA01. Okay. And he was damage control for the E division. I think it was EA06. No, that's a different one. But, like, it's, like, EA something. Yeah. And then, what happened was, he was in hydraulics. He was actually in the Nimitz when he was a little guppy as well. And he was an E6. And so he knows all about our stuff. Yeah. So he would send his boys to come work with us and we'll work with them because like it was like 15 like kids just hanging out, messing around. And like he was like, it was M1 Bison and then M1 Wilson. That's the 2 guys we respect and like kind of raised us. Right. And then he left to go to Bangor and then he committed suicide. Like he just had a hard time going on. Committed suicide, and it was like really sad. Yeah. Like our shop, like we all cried.
Oh yeah.
Like we all cried because like he was our guy, and like
Yeah.
we called those boys to come down and just relax with us. And what made us mad was that the same chief that he had was still there on our ship. And he didn't say anything about him committing suicide.
Really?
So we had like force our works turn to soup. Herrera, if you're listening to this, you're great. You won't.
Send it to him.
Yeah, but I think it was Herrera who came up and said, "Hey guys, MM1 Wilson committed suicide. Like, please." And then like I was like, "Damn, this sucks." And then like they gave us the day off. Not really the day off, but like just chill in your shop.
Yeah.
Do whatever. Like we won't bother you today. So that was really sweet. So there was a guy, he was an EM.
Okay.
Really dope kid. He was from India. His name was Kracula. I think I'm messing it up. I mess up names. So like I call him
just a crazy unique
I call him Swolcula. Yeah, because at the end of his life, he was getting at the gym.
Was he buff?
Oh, and he was getting a little buff, and I was so proud of him. I call him Swolcula. I was like, "What's up, boy? Like you at the gym now? What's up, sexy?"
Okay,
like just mess with him. And so like I forgot what exactly happened, but I think because we went to India on my ship, and he didn't get to see his family. And then I think his grandfather died. And then it was Thanksgiving time.
That'll do it.
You regret things, you know. And so he hung himself. A friend of mine lived across the hall from him. Yeah. And so he kind of saw the body, and like he was like, he's like, why did I look out the peephole? He's like, why did I do that? He's like, and so we got the call, and like with Kracula, he was a steering electrician. Yeah. So like in like steering watch, you have to have an electrician there. Yeah. And so he was a steering guy there. Like he was always on electrician on watch for steering. So we hung out. I did the steering. My friend did steering, and like I always go, Kracula, can you come up? I need you to sign some WAFs for me or some tag outs for me. Yeah. So like he'll sign the tag outs for me. So I got really close to him, and like we didn't really hang out of the ship, but like or like outside of base, but like base, if I saw him, I hung out with him at the gym. We kind of worked out a little bit together. So like, and I used to just go to his shop because like some boys I knew was in that shop, and I'd go hang out with him. So like, I was close to him kind of ish. Yeah. And I was like, damn.
Close enough to still like really affect
you. Yeah, like I saw him every day, pretty much. So like it was still close. Like he helped me work, and I helped him work, kind of. Mm-hmm. And the third one was a baby boy. Mm. His name was Hicks. He was like 19. Oh, he was from I forget where, upstate New York. Okay. I know this for a fact. He's from upstate New York, and he was what, 6 months in, not even a year. I know it wasn't a year. And he was on my duty station. So I was duty section 4. Mm-hmm. So him, this ABH1 I worked with, because I was working with other people at the time. I was on deck and tile on the ship. You just do some easy work. It's like that. Yeah. So this airman, ABH1, and me were all the same duty section. And it was like when we got duty, I would do all the work for my guys. Yeah. So then I could go home early. My guys could go home early. And then I'd make sure I hit it hard. And then at 8 o'clock, all three of us, because Seattle's cold, okay? I was in Seattle. Well, me and Hicks, man, would cuddle up in a little blanket and watch a movie. And we'll get popcorn and stuff. And like we'll just do dumb things. That's cute. And so he got on restriction. And he was having a hard time on restriction. And he committed suicide. And I was like, that's the first time I saw like a buff grown-ass man just ball out. Like he couldn't even get a word, like just ugly cry. Yeah.
Completely hysterical.
Yeah, he was completely hysterical because he had to say like, I have to go to New York to drop off this kid's body to the family and all that, or greet the family, because he was also that kid's mentor. He was also Hicks's mentor at the time. Rough. So like I was like, damn, like that sucks, bro. Like you just lost this little guppy. Yeah. Like he dead. Like and like he just cried. Like he couldn't even do the muster. Yeah. Like he's like just tears, snot, everything, and like AO1 just walked him away, and then we saw his family, like they took a photo together, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting out. Like that's the day I was like, I'm getting out of this. I'm not doing this anymore. Like really? Yeah, because everybody kept saying the Nimitz is a career killer.
Really?
Or it's either a career killer or a sailor killer. It's not an officer killer. That's the important key. So like, and then everybody kept saying, "Oh, this is not how the Navy is. This is not how the Navy is." And I go, "If this is not how the Navy is,
then what's it like?
Why is this happening here?
Yeah.
Why? If we're getting new people every 2 years or every 2 months, new chiefs, new officers, why is this Nimitz?
Yeah.
Such a horrible place where so many people kill themselves, so many people get out of the military. Like,
That's bizarre.
Out of my shop, Gibson, Parada. These guys didn't commit suicide. I'm trying to remember who stayed in. Gibson, Parada, Sparky, and I think she did, but I don't recall. I got out before she was getting out. Only 4 people out of 12 stayed in. And these are new boys. These are new kids. They came in as E1s.
Dang.
And we all came at the same time together, pretty much. Only out of the 12 of them, only 4 stayed in. Everybody else got kicked out, or we said no.
You still in contact with them?
No, not really. I'm in contact with Herrera and Gibson. Gibson, he lives actually in Jacksonville.
Oh, nice.
I reach up to him every once in a while, but he's busy and like I let him be.
Yeah.
But, like they follow me on Instagram. I follow him on Instagram, so we meet up. But like I made a decision. I'm getting out. Like not doing this.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna lose my brains. Like,
oh yeah.
Another thing was like I would take the test. How the Navy promotes you is bullshit.
Yeah.
Absolute bullshit. Because like I was studying for like 6 months. Like just dedicate studying, make flashcards, read my book, and I would get like 90 percentile on the test.
Yeah.
Not even 99 or 97 percentile on the test. Missed their promotion by 1 point to 0.5 of a point.
Come on.
My friend, Parada, who's dumb as a boxer, he's not really dumb. He's a really sweet guy. He's a lovely guy. I should not be mean to him. He was a sweet boy. He didn't know anything.
Yeah.
He didn't know shit. Like, and he got promoted. He got a 67 percentile. So he's smarter than 67% of people that took that test. And he got promoted. But if he didn't get his eval, if we had the same eval, he wouldn't have got promoted. He would have been so far away. He would have been like 50 points away. He made it by 1 point.
That's crazy.
I had a lower eval than him, and I missed it by half a point like twice.
Yeah.
But he made it by 1 point, and I go, nah, that's
like, screw that.
And I said, nope, I'm just gonna Christmas tree this next test. Go take a nap, go get drunk, whatever. I'm out. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So I got out.
Yeah. How's your transition?
It's a little hard.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't know, like this. It's something I've noticed with a lot of people, but like for me, it's a little iffy. Cause like I think mainly because the suicides were at the end of my thing.
Yep.
I was just like, I was depressed but angry at the world at the bit.
Yeah.
So I got out in July of 2019. That drive was awesome. And then like I was just in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And then Thanksgiving of 2019 is where the mood peaked. Like It was a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Like it was my grandma's 91st, right around Thanksgiving as well. So like I was in New York, my family and I were just arguing.
Yeah.
I got into an argument with my dad over the dumbest thing, and I told my dad to go like kill himself or whatever, and I just drove back.
Dang.
I just drove back to Florida, and then that's when like everything was like hit in. Like I was like, Hicks, why'd you die? Crackler, why'd you die? Wilson, why'd you die? Like I just hated the world.
Yeah.
I got like I'm like I try to get better slowly every day, but it's working more.
Yeah, definitely.
So I got out, and then I just like started like paddleboarding after that November time.
Yeah.
It's so iffy.
Have you been able to find any like support to help you in your transition?
I had my sister and her fiance.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. Like I owe them a lot. Like
Yeah.
I don't tell them this. I hope to God they don't listen to this. Like I owe them a lot of things because like they were there. They accepted me. They just like, hey, come over whenever you want. I kind of pushed the boundaries a bit. I'll just walk in their door. Like, what's up? I'm here, bitches. Like, but like, I did too much for that. Like, but now they got a new house, so I'm really keen on like making sure I knock on the door. I don't just barge in. But like, I've gotten better, and so like, my sister and her fiance, husband, I just whatever. They're married. That's it. They're there for me. My mom, iffy. Like we went until I moved out.
Yeah.
It was very iffy, and now my mom kind of supports me now, like I'm doing good in school. And then I got my dad. He's like, we have a complicated thing.
Yeah.
It's just like
per usual.
Yeah, I just call. He calls me. He's like, "What's up? What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing this." And I go, "Okay, cool. Like, is that all you want to talk about?" And he goes like, "Yeah, okay, cool, bye." I'm like, I got to figure out how to fix it, but it's hard.
Takes time, man.
Yeah.
It takes time with family stuff. I know. I've been there. You know, I went through kind of a weird spot with my dad when I was in high school, and I was kind of like, you know, I was getting tired. You know, my father was in the military, 20 years in the Rangers, and you know, that military discipline was, you know, definitely there when I was getting raised, and yeah, I hated it when I was in high school, like junior senior year. Well, it was like sophomore to junior year. Like I was just a reckless kid. Like I was just doing all kinds of trouble and stuff. And me and my dad, we just wouldn't speak to each other. Like I'd pass by his door and I'd just say hey, and then that was as much conversation as we had. So you know,
it wasn't like that with us. It's just like my dad, like my parents didn't get divorced until a long time, but like the entire time he was in New York.
Yeah.
And he only came down like once a year, and we'll go to New York all the summer.
Yeah.
So like it was cool, but like when we're in New York, we're in a tiny ass little apartment about literally a little bit bigger than this this thing. It was a 550 square foot apartment.
Dang.
For 4 people, and it was hell. Like we couldn't have certain things. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And so like it was just too much, and like I don't know. I have a weird relationship with my dad. Trying to work on it, but like it's pretty decent. We don't like bother each other anymore like we used to anymore.
Yeah.
But, like we just try to just make it. I know his rules. Just don't touch his stuff.
Yeah, I mean, dads are something else. You know,
they're great though.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You gotta love them.
They're hoot. My dad's hilarious because like he complains. You know that thing where like you see the memes or the videos of the dad buying something.
Oh yeah.
And the wife losing their complete mind. My dad just did that.
Oh really? What do you get?
He loves guitars.
Okay.
And he always wanted to play guitars, but he has terrible dexterity because like he got bad fingers and stuff. He bought the most beautiful Fender. It's that nice Mystic Blue Stratocaster.
Like Tide Pool.
Yeah.
I have the exact same color.
He bought that Stratocaster. It was like $300 at Guitar Center, but it's normally like $4,000 or whatever. Like it's an expensive guitar. They had it on like 70% off clearance.
That is crazy.
My dad just bought it. And then he got another guitar because he's like, oh, we spent $2,400. Like
you get like a discount or something like that.
It's like 2 brand new guitars.
And he doesn't even know he can barely play.
He can play. He wants me to learn, but I'm like, Dad, I don't know how to play guitar. I suck at it. Like
you have a reason now.
No, I tried. I still suck. I refuse. I can't do the fretting thing. I suck at that jazz. Yeah. My fingers like, and like that's it. I quit.
Take some practice.
Like I walk into my house, my mom's house. Well, now they live together again. Long story. But like, I walk into the house and I go, "That's a new guitar." I'm like, "Oh, what's that box?" And then my dad just comes out the kitchen and, "Oh, Gabe, mira, like, look what I got for you." He's not Spanish. He comes, he's like, "Oh, look what I got." Like, oh, he's all happy and giddy. And I go, "Oh, cool. Like, I saw the new guitar." He's like, "Oh, you saw it?" I go, "Yeah, like, that guitar wasn't there last week. So, like, that's new." Like, they don't think I could see. Yeah. And I go, like, and there's a box right there, Dad. Like, what's in the box? Like, 7 over here. Like, and so he opens it up, and it's a beautiful guitar. And my mom comes out of her room, goes, "You got a guitar, Lois?" And I go, "Oh, he's not supposed to have a guitar." Like, oh no. Oh, you got 2 of them.
That's wild. One. Dang.
So it's like really fun. But that's fun. Like,
yeah.
He has funny things to say, like, and all. Of
course.
Like, bro, when he got the 2 guitars, I couldn't take it. Like, I was trying not to laugh, because like my mom would kill him.
Yeah.
If she told him, but like it's not on her. She's not paying for it.
Yeah.
So she doesn't care. But like,
don't ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness.
No, but like my mom's not paying for it at all, because like they have all this type of stuff. But my mom's just mad at him because she's like, "You just spent $2,400 on these 2 guitars. Like,
yeah.
Why?
What about it?
Why? Why are you gonna do this, Louis? Like, Luigi, what are you gonna do? Like, all that stuff." My mom, dude, it's so funny. Yeah. Too. Like, I have my mom's personality. I've discovered. Mm-hmm. She's a little firecracker of a lady, 5 foot. My hair, like, we look identical. Like, we look like ma and son. Mm-hmm. And it's just chaos. She's chaos. She's complete chaos. I love it. Like I'm all chaos. She's even more.
Yeah.
November what's Thanksgiving Day? 27th,
something
right?
like that, yeah.
November 27th at 12 p.m. Or not 12 p.m. At 11:59 p.m. She goes, this is 2015. She goes, bye everybody. Have a great day. Gabriel, get a hammer. We're destroying that wall. Like what? Like what, mom? Like this is the 2015 or 2013. We just destroy a wall after Thanksgiving. I was like, okay, mom. And then she goes a few years later. She's like, I want to make a composter. I'm like, why do you want to make a composter? She's like, she's very good at gardening. So yeah. I'm not gonna. My mom gardening, great. She has a green thumb like crazy.
Yeah.
But like she's like, I just want to do a composter. And I go, okay, ma, like sure, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she just goes and buys all these buckets from like Craigslist. You have to get off of Craigslist. Like whoever invented Craigslist is the worst with my mother. Like she's on it all day long. She goes to Craigslist, gets like these 30-gallon barrels or buckets or whatever you call it, just starts stabbing holes in it and all that jazz, and like puts it on top of each other, and like a whole month goes by, and she goes, it doesn't work. Give it doesn't work.
She's like, screw it, whatever.
All these people on YouTube, they lie to you guys. And I go, okay, mom.
Dang. Well, it's good that you have, a support system, and I hope you're able to start kind of expanding that support system more, especially in the SVA.
Yeah.
So that's where I want to get to. So how'd you find FGCU?
So FGCU is like kind of a big thing in Naples.
Okay.
Like, South.
Are you like from Naples?
Yeah, I'm from
Naples.
Naples. Yeah, I'm from Naples. Okay. My sister went to FGCU. My mom actually did some classes here for a master's, but she kind of dropped out later on. But that's a long story. My sister's husband went to FGCU.
Yeah, so you knew about it.
FGCU is a common thing. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, let me do FGCU. I'll do engineering. I'm like, I don't want to do engineering. But I'm doing engineering, guys. Don't worry. I'm doing it. I got good
As you
grades.
should.
Yeah.
As you should.
I just didn't want to do it because I was horrible at math. So I took my time with FSW, went to FGCU. And how I heard about the VA program here was that it wasn't Emily. Was it Emily who does the orientation? I think it was Emily. Yeah. We're just going there, and I'm like, I'm sitting in orientation. I'm like, I don't want to do this. And I heard the military thing. Mm-hmm. I was like, they'll probably have some coffee. That's the main reason why I went. I was like, they'll probably have some coffee there because, we're addicted to coffee. So I walked in, there was no coffee. I was so pissed. I just hyped myself up to get coffee.
Yeah.
And then that's where I actually met Alex and his wife, Jordan.
Okay.
And, at that same orientation.
Yeah.
I got Jordan's number before I even got Alex's number.
Really?
Because I was trying to hook her up with, I was like, hey, if you want to do, some Exactimate stuff, that's, roofing thing and, adjusting thing. I used to work for a roofing company and contractor that needs sometimes extra estimators.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jordan, let me get your information. I'll send you all the way there. And it was pretty cool. That's how I met Jordan and Alex.
Awesome.
And then I think Martin was there as well. I'm not 100% sure. So I remember Jordan and Alex, and then I randomly saw them again at the SVA.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, you have a service dog? And that's where I met Little White Dog.
Yeah, Cashy.
Yeah, Cash. Yep. I call him Little White Dog. That's his name.
So how's the program been treating you so far?
It's pretty fun. I like it. It's not the what's the word I'm trying to think of? Not the most militaristic thing.
Yeah. It's
let's just hang out, chill.
Yeah.
Not give a damn. And that's what I liked about it. And you got Payne, JP, Felter,
yep. Felter's working the audio right now for
Felter, who's also there. And
shout out Lil
Felt. Yeah, Lil Felt. You're there, but I don't think you're there almost every day.
I tried to be. To be.
But Lauren, that's it. Lulu.
Yep.
Lulu's there, and we just hang out there, have fun.
Yeah, it's a good little group.
Yeah, and there's Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, bro, what the fuck? I was not expecting him to be there. I was like, oh god, we went to that barbecue.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we got a photographer, and then next thing I know, I see him at there. I was like, oh, he was a veteran.
Yeah.
Dope. He has some dope ass clothes. I was like, ooh, what's up, Tim? You gonna teach us how to get women? And then nope, he has a girlfriend. We're fucked. Yeah. And then, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Awesome.
It's nice. Troy's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I really like Troy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He tries to help us out a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't know Emily was a clerk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's a clerk apparently. She's supposed to be an office clerk.
Wow.
What? No, that makes no sense.
I mean, I could kind of see it, but
no, because she said she's not supposed to be talking to us. I hope this doesn't get out and she gets fired. I hope not. But
we can edit in post.
Yeah, No, keep it in.
Uh,
Don't lie.
She's a great woman.
Yeah, she's a great person. Like, I love Emily. Like,
Yeah.
I would die for her and Troy. But, like, she's an office clerk. She helps us out so much. Like, she's not
both of them do so much, like, especially behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much stuff that we don't know what's going on. But, like, they're really good people, and they just really want to help veterans. And, like, that's why I want to, like, be here, because, like, just from my father, you know, seeing his experience, and I feel like I connect with, you know, military members just a lot better than, like, normal people, I guess.
Because we're chaotic, yeah.
I mean, I've kind of grown up in it, so, you know, it's something I'm comfortable with. But, you know, it's been awesome so far. But I'm glad you've been having a good time.
Oh, it's a great time. I want to say something that Emily said, and I hope she doesn't get mad. She says we're all entertained by each of one of us, like, individually, by different ways. Yeah. That she goes, like, you could be entertained by Felter a certain way, Gabe a certain way, JP a certain way. Yeah. And Alex and then, like, we're all crazy.
We all bring different things to the table.
We're all crazy. We're all chaotic, and I love it. Yeah. And I think that's what gets me. Yeah. Like, just not horrible. Like, just the turmoil. Yeah. Like, just constant turbulence. Yeah. Is where I thrive at. Like, all the time. Like, if you didn't notice, like, I just start stuff off, like,
with a bang, man. With a bang.
Yesterday with Filter and the
oh my god, all right, this is ending.
So Filter got a ticket, and I just, like, antagonized him to go yell at them.
Yeah. Well, we'll save that for another conversation for sure. But thank you so much, Gabe, for being on the podcast. I really appreciate your time, and thank you for your stories. Okay. And that was a wrap.